As you can see, I didn't really go too far. I just walked to my local elementary school and just walked around the field. I just ate my lunch. I mean my dinner, and I'm kind of tired. So this morning, I woke up pretty early. Woke up early, like 5 or 6 a.m., and then fell back to sleep, and then woke up at 10:30 or 11. It was cloudy on and off throughout the day, and oh no, I kind of wish I went out, left the house earlier today because summer is coming to an end, and I believe Thursday or Friday is the last day of summer here in the United States. I'm not too sure about other countries, but it's already dark, and it's just past it's like 6 something p.m. and it's already getting dark. So I need to I need to start leaving my house early again. I haven't left my house at 10 a.m. or stuff like that like I used to. For the first few months of summer, I did, but I don't know. I guess I went into a bad habit of like leaving late again. I'm like daydreaming right now. I don't know. I can feel like I can fall asleep right here at the school. Uh, I mean, I'm not going to, but I feel like I could. Um, I don't know. It's like I feel so detached right now. I do feel detached right now, but it's nothing really that bad. When I feel it now, it doesn't really get to me because I think I'm slowly getting used to the detachment feeling, or I'm not as deep. I don't feel detached like I used to. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I do regret not leaving my house early like I used to. I mean, even last year around this time, I was like waking up early and around 10 o'clock. I would be outside my backyard, just sitting down, allowing the sun to like shine my face, my skin, and whatnot. But for the first month and a half of this summer, I was doing that, but I don't know. I just don't know what happened and why did I stop. But I'm gonna learn how to stop asking myself why I don't do this, why I don't do that like I used to, because every time I do that, it throws me into like one of those flashbacks, like why couldn't I have done that? Why couldn't I have done this? But yesterday I did have like a flashback. I didn't ride my bike too far yesterday because I haven't ate my lunch. I mean my dinner. My girlfriend went to pick up pizza. So when I saw her, that's when I turned back around and went home because I was hungry. Um, I knew that was going to happen, but once I leave, then she'll come home. But I took the long way home so I can ride it for a couple more blocks. So But the reason why I got the flashback was because it wasn't because I was riding my bike and anything like that. It was because of the pizza itself. Hmm. So to start with the pizza, it's like once I start having anxiety, and I learned that I have to be careful what I eat. Like caffeine will spike it up. I haven't drank anything with caffeine for like 15 months now. I still haven't. I start eating healthy, and then for for the first few months of having this disorder, and then one day my parents just bought pizza and I ate it. I kind of regret it because when I ate it, it was from Costco as well. When I ate it, a couple of slices for lunch, and then a couple more slices at dinner. The next morning, I woke up, had a really bad panic attack. I woke up around 6 or 7 a.m. when I had that panic attack. Fell back asleep, had another one, and then I woke up half an hour, 45 minutes later, had another panic attack. Fell asleep, had another one. So I had like 3 panic attacks in like an hour and a half or so. I don't know, was it from the pizza? Or it's because like I kept telling myself I wasn't going to eat any junk food, and then I went against my will, and then maybe that triggered my panic attack because I kept thinking what's going to happen if I did eat it, and then without me even thinking about it, because it's your subconscious mind that tricks you into whatever it is. So I think that's what happened. So, and then I guess we had a few slices left, and then my mom asked me, do I want any more? Do I want the leftover? I just said no, like 5, 6 times in a row. She's like, are you okay? Why you repeat yourself? I said, I don't know. I just say, don't say the word pizza around me anymore. And she said, okay. And then from that point on, for a couple of months, I stopped eating pizza. Not only did I stop eating pizza, but like every time I watch TV, if there's like a commercial with pizza that came on, someone talk about pizza, I don't know, it just made me panicky. So I would turn off the TV, I would turn down the volume and look the other way. If I heard someone talking about it, I would put headphones on. I'll cover my ears so I don't hear it. If I smell it, even smelling the pizza, it triggered me into having a panic attack. Because you know how your brain is, your nose, your eyes, everything is connected. So that scent, then it tells your brain, hey, this guy smells pizza. Let's put him into a panic attack. So that's why I had it. And then once I had it, once I keep allowing myself to think the pizza is triggering my attack, I stopped eating it for a couple more months, and then I slowly, when I start seeing it on TV, it didn't really trigger me to having flashbacks anymore, anything like that. And then one day my mom asked me if I wanted pizza from Pizza Hut instead, so I said yeah, because I was like, hey, maybe it's the Costco pizza. So I tried it, ate one slice, instantly had a panic attack. And then since I had that panic attack, and then the next one, the next morning I woke up, I was like telling myself like, please don't have another one, please don't have another one, because I ate it at dinner. I was like, when I woke up, I had another panic attack, so I instantly thought maybe I created a panic attack in my mind because I kept talking about it in my head, and I got myself all worked up and allow my subconscious mind to be scared of pizza. Fast forward a couple months later, I said, you know what? My mom bought some Costco pizza, and I ate it. I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't care. I didn't have no panic attacks. So I ate a couple of slices on lunch, a couple of slices at dinner, and then when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't like even remind myself what happened to me the previous times I ate those pizzas. But to yesterday when I ate the first two slices I ate, I was fine. I wasn't thinking about anything. Went back to get three more slices. Took like a bite or two on my third slice. In the middle of the hallway, walking back to my room, out of nowhere, I just had this flashback. Like I had this sensation in my head, like I was feeling dizzy, I was woozy, I was losing my balance and stuff. I was still holding on to the pizza. I just walked back to my room slowly. I didn't. I had the urge to run, but I just slowed my body down. Just walked to my room, and I was like, and I looked up a pizza out of nowhere. My stomach just started to hurt. I thought I was gonna get a stomach flu or something. I didn't. I think I had a flashback, and then I started feeling a little panicky. But I just sat down on my computer desk, calm myself down. Actually, I didn't calm myself down. I just let it happen. I started coughing real bad out of nowhere. I thought I was gonna vomit. I didn't. My stomach hurted, but it went away as soon as I didn't really care what happened to me or what would have happened to me. So I just ate the rest of the pizza, the last three slices I had on the plate, and then this morning I woke up early in the morning around 6, 7 a.m. No panic attack. I ate, rested for a little bit. I ate like another slice, and then I fell back to sleep. Then woke up at 10:30 or 11. No panic attack. So I think once I figure out what triggers my attack, what gives me flashbacks or anything like that, I'm gonna slowly work on that. So if I'm getting triggered by something, I'm just gonna allow myself to have that sensation and let my brain and my body know that there's no danger in it, or whatever I'm looking at, whatever I'm eating, whatever I see, that there's no danger, so it doesn't have to like protect me, because that's all it is for panic disorder. It's like something your mind sees, your your ear hears something, your nose smells something. It's all connected to your brain, and then once it senses something, it think it's dangerous. Because if I allow myself to think the pizza is dangerous, then I'm gonna say it in my head over and over, and then my ears will hear the word pizza, my nose will smell pizza, my eyes will see pizza. It's gonna trigger that part in my brain to remind me that, hey, remember you had a panic attack due to pizza. So once you learn how to overcome those triggers, then your mind won't be sending you those, like, those those triggers anymore. And I think that's the only way you can find that's the only way you can like feel better. I mean, it's going to take a while, but the longer you wait, the longer it takes. I mean, look at me. I didn't think I was going to leave my house again. I mean, I might not be going too far, but taking that first few steps out the house was a torture. It was a nightmare, to be honest. I didn't even want to like go out and get the mail sometime, but at the same time, I was telling myself in my head, getting the mail is dangerous. So I'll, and then I said I'll do it the next day. The next day became a couple of months later, and then one day I just went out and grabbed the mail. It's like, why was I so scared? And then my mind was like telling me, hurry up, went back in, and I told my mind, I'm gonna go down the corner. Walk down the corner. I felt panicky. And then I had the urge to run back, but I just wanted to go to the corner. And then I told my mind, I'm gonna walk back home. I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna walk back home. Open the door and slowly walk in my room. And that's what I did. So I kept practicing that. But I had a couple of flashbacks that set me back. So the more flashbacks you have, is because something that you hear, something you smell, something you scent, whatever it is. It's kind of hard to figure what it is all the time. It could be different things. For example, if you had a panic attack and you were with like a friend, like walking down the street, and you had a panic attack just by talking to your friend about nothing, you know, and you didn't see anything, you didn't see anyone getting hurt or anything, you automatically think that friend is what triggers the attack, but it might not be your friend. It might be something in your memory that happened around the street that you can't figure out. It could be something that happened like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and then out of nowhere your memory just, you forgot about it, and it just popped back in your mind. Then you automatically think, hey, eh, I didn't see anything. It was probably just my friend that triggered me to having a panic attack. And then you're gonna start thinking every time you see your friend, oh, he's the one that triggered my panic attack. So yeah, that's the only thing I can say is find what triggers your attack. If you went somewhere and you had a panic attack, keep going there. You feel safe, bring a safe person, but you have to ease off on the safe person. Don't depend on them all the time. You can go there, let that safe person stay in the car or go in with you. If you can't go inside the store, go outside, walk around the store outside, just peek in, stick your head in, with a safe person. Then slowly walk back out your car and repeat it again the next day, or wait for a couple more days. Do it again, but this time stay out for longer. Once you get used to that, have your safe person stay in the car, and then you go out yourself, walking around the store and peek your head in the store. Do it again a couple of days later. Once you slowly get comfortable, then you can go inside the store with the safe person. If you go inside with the safe person and then get used to that, go outside, do it again in a couple more days. And when you do it a couple of next days, do it when go inside yourself. Have the safe person stay outside the store, and then slowly work your way out so you can go by yourself with no safe person. Because once you realize you can do it without a safe person, then you'll be better off. Then you can go take the next step and go somewhere else with the safe person. But yeah, right now I'm just trying to overcome my triggers. I mean, I do feel sleepy, like I'm so relaxed right now. I feel like I can fall asleep. I just go like I mentioned, but I don't want to wake up and then say, how did I end up being over here? And I also notice sometimes once I leave, I don't feel, I might feel a little bit panicky or really panicky, but as soon as I don't pay attention to how I'm feeling and I keep walking and walking, my my body slowly ease up, and then I feel the panic go away. Then I feel so calm that I don't even want to go back home. So sometimes you'll see me like sitting outside for long periods of time, but and then I like once I go home, I'm like I get panicky is because I'm having anxiety about going back home, and I ask myself, am I gonna be able to, in my mind, am I gonna be able to like do this again the next day? But the answer is always yes, but in your mind you always wonder if you're gonna be able to do it again the next day. So every time you think that you won't be able to do it, you're allowing yourself to think you can't, but you can. So you always have to like remind yourself you can do it again, you will do it again, and you did it. Like myself, if I woke up and say, I don't think I can do it, I'm gonna jump off my bed and go outside my front door and say I did it, and then your mind will say, hey, we're trying to scare him and it's not working. So let's let him stay outside, let him go for like walking around the block, and we'll try to scare him again. And if you feel like you're scared, then you keep going like another block, your mind's gonna be like, okay, he's not scared of whatever we're telling him. So I think that's the only way. So that's why when I get back home, I start feeling that anxiety build up again. It's because my anxiety is telling me, why did you come back home? You could have stayed out longer. It's like it's telling me to stay out longer because it knows I can do it. So it's scaring me to the point that I don't want to be at home. And I think that's why when I stay out longer, I'm not really as panicky as I used to, because last time I would walk for 3 blocks and then I would automatically want to go back home. Now at 3 blocks, I'm like, do I want to go home? No. But yeah, I've been sitting at the school for a few minutes and I'm gonna start looking suspicious, so I'm gonna start walking home, because there was like a fire at the school not too long ago, and this is not the first time they had a fire here before. But I mean, the school's only like half a block away or so, but you know, I mean, if you look at, I'm going to turn the camera the other way and you see how it's already dark, cloudy and whatnot.